Tekoah Roby, Tekoah Roby. St. Louis Cardinals, 6'1", 185 pounds, age 22. He was drafted by the Texas Rangers in round 3, pick 86 overall. Pine Forest, Pensacola, Florida. Tekoah Roby. Tekoah Roby's got, in his career, 185 innings pitched, ERA 4.38, whip 1.19, average 236, 230 strikeouts, 57 walks. His K per 9 is 11.19. His walk per 9 is 2.77. So once again, we have the K per 9 above 10. We have the walk per 9 below 3. I think this is an underrated talent that nobody talks about. Tekoah Roby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody ever talks about him.
Yeah, so I've got to give a shout out to Chris Clegg on him too, because I've heard him talk about him, and him being an underrated talent that, you know, the numbers haven't quite caught up to his talent level. Pitched pretty good, just, you know, and this is one thing I want to say in general about ERA is it's like batting average in that it's a little unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why there's so many advanced stats around it to try to say, okay, so this is what the results were, but this is what it should have been based on other data points that are probably a little more predictive of how he would actually perform. And I think Roby is one of those guys that might have gotten a little bit unlucky. And here's an example of how I mean that. His ERA this last season was a 4.64. That's pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
And as a result, his projected ERA from this season's results is a 4.84 at peak as a professional. That's not very good, right? You don't want that on your team. But his projected FIP, fielding independent pitching, is a 3.55. And even better than that is his projected xFIP, his expected fielding independent pitching, is a 3.38. And that's where the rank comes in, and why STS is saying you should look at Tekoah Roby is because of those factors. He's got a high strikeout rate. He doesn't walk very many guys. You can see those in the numbers pretty directly. His, again, getting back to this K percent minus walk percentage is pretty good. And he throws balls that are hit into the ground. This is a factor that we like to look at STS as well. If you're a ground ball pitcher, if you're keeping it inside of the ballpark instead of letting it go out of the ballpark, you tend to be a little bit more successful. So Tekoah Roby is checking those boxes, and he's somebody you want to keep your eyes on for sure. And he's coming with a very limited price tag. So in my books, this guy is a go get him. Go get him.
Nice. So yeah, what Ross, just throw a number at it. His home runs per 9 in 2023 was 0.93. Career 1.26. So 1 home run per 9 innings. Less than that. Tekoah Roby. I like him too. Good job, Chris Clegg.